welcome back to Dwayne and Nidia, Food, Travel, and Fun. And we're here to do another local review. This time it's not food, not sandwiches, not soup,
It's
not
food.
burgers. Well, it's food.
Some people eat it for breakfast.
It's even better than food. It's donuts.
And dessert.
Dessert. So we ordered from PVD Donuts, which is this very fancy gourmet donut shop in Providence. And they recently, I guess, hooked up with DoorDash. So we ordered a dozen of some of their most famous donuts. And I'll insert some footage here to show you what it looked like when we first opened the box. So let's take one donut at a time, and I'll explain what the donut is, and then I'm going to break off a piece of it, and we'll each get a chance to taste each donut.
You want to go down the list? Do you think you can find it that way? Or?
I think so. So before we take the donuts out, we did get 12 different donuts, and I'm going to try to identify them in here. I think some I know right off the bat because there was a picture of it when I put the order in. So let's go with something basic. How about the cereal and milk donut first?
Oh, that's not off the top of the list. That's just...
That's at the bottom.
Oh, okay, the bottom of the list.
Right.
All right, so what one is that?
Cereal milk. All right, I'm going to put it here on this plate.
That is definitely not it.
Oh, that is it?
I see Trix.
Okay. Okay.
That looks like Trix. That's cereal.
This is it. This is it.
Okay.
I was the one who ordered it. That was the picture of it.
That was the picture.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to cut.
It looks like Trix.
Well, it's called cereal and milk, and it's covered with cereal.
Yeah, Trix. Okay.
Wow, it's so covered with cereal that I'm having a hard time even cutting into the donut. Wow. So this is what the cross-section looks like.
Okay. It looks like that.
I'm going to cut myself a tiny smidge of one myself. All right, let me just get a little plate here.
So you say this is cereal
and milk.
And milk.
The inside of the donut is really good. Don't know if
It's
I
a
care
lot like a malasadish.
but airier. I'm not sure about all of the tricks or fruity pebbles or something on it though. It's a little too sweet.
No, I think that offsets the donut.
You do?
Because the donut isn't very sweet by itself.
No. Well, I'm sure that's on purpose.
Yeah. I think it's got a decent balance. I kind of like it.
Okay. Well, so much for cereal and milk. I'll put that off to the side here. And we'll remove the cereal and we'll try the... This one is called Vanilla Supreme. No, Vanilla Sprinkled. And let's get a closer look at that one. This closer look.
Sprinkles.
That one looks pretty
Now,
normal.
are most of their donuts this style? Do we know yet? Or?
Some are called brioche donuts, or made of brioche type batter. Some are flourless, some are jelly and stuff. There's all different kinds. Some are filled. I tried to get a little of each kind, so I'm going to cut a chunk of the vanilla sprinkle.
Oh, now this. There's a few extra sprinkles from the milk one.
Yep.
But that looks a lot like the regular donut texture.
Yeah. Well, so let's try this one.
But it might not be.
This one's good.
This one's sweeter.
Very airy too.
Airy.
Different batter.
Not the same batter as the one we just had. Closer to like a donut. But still a little more bready than a regular donut.
I kind of like it. It's not as dense as a regular donut. I like the sprinkles on it too.
The sprinkles are very sweet. This one's good. I think I like it better than the other one.
I think I do for sure.
So, this one is just sprinkled. What's it called?
Vanilla sprinkled.
Vanilla sprinkled.
Okay. Oh, I'll put this one back in the box for a second. And let's look for peanut butter brownie. Peanut butter brownie.
Oh, wow.
All right.
It looks like it takes a lot of effort to make these.
No kidding, and a lot of skill, probably. All right, let's get you a chunk of the peanut butter brownie.
Okay, I'll slide that over.
These donuts are not meant to be eaten alone. I don't think I could even eat a whole one. I don't know, we may end up eating one each by the time we take a bite of each
Let
kind.
me bring that up close. There we go.
Peanut butter brownie is our third donut we're trying.
Oops, that fell.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make sure I get some of the brownie in my bite.
Mm-hmm. That's a brownie, all right.
It's that same donut as the second one, with the sprinkle.
Almost all the sweetness comes from the brownie and from that chocolate ganache they have over the top. The rest of the donut's kind of plain.
I think over the top, that's supposed to be peanut butter.
Peanut butter, this part is the peanut butter
Yeah,
ganache.
it's the icing.
And then it has the chocolate brownie.
I'm still liking the
Vanilla
sprinkles.
sprinkles?
The sprinkles. This one's good, but I'm still liking the sprinkles. Same donut though. Same donut. All right, I'll have to come back and eat that later.
Okay.
I don't want to take too many bites at once here, because
No.
boy, that could become trouble.
This next one, I'll probably put here and get a closer look because
Oh,
it's
wow.
called the Lucky Charms Twist.
And it is.
Filled with Lucky Charms that are magically delicious, right?
I see some marshmallows.
Oh, I don't even think I want to try that because I can't stand Lucky Charms.
Well, got a piece for me.
Okay.
Make sure you get at least one marshmallow.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, you
Let's
got
take
it.
a little butt end without any marshmallows for myself. One little, tiny
you
little
go.
bite like that. And then let's cut you a square with some of the stuff.
You missed the marshmallow.
Oh, you want that piece?
No, go ahead.
Oops.
Oh, it fell.
These are.
I just might get that piece now.
Now you might. Wait, I can give it to you.
There we go.
There
I
you
got
go.
marshmallows.
There's your Lucky Charms marshmallows. These are a little messy though.
When I finally got Lucky Charms, I think it took about 10 years of tears.
Oh, when your mom finally bought you.
I was very disappointed because the only sweet part was the Lucky Charms. The rest was like, it was just like oatmeal. Not oatmeal, but like, you know.
Like Cheerios.
Like Cheerios, yeah.
not as good.
Just plain Cheerios with the charms. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna make sure I got a charm right here. Yep, it's a little marshmallow.
I think this one's a little dry.
Very dense.
Mm-hmm, and dry.
The icing helps.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your piece didn't have much icing.
It didn't have any, I don't think.
It's good, but still, so far, the little sprinkles one is still in the lead for me.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I didn't expect that one to be so good.
Well, okay. So I think some of these are
Oh.
actually like more like stunt food. Like they just look so Instagrammable and so pretty. Let's see if I can find the one called Brown Sugar Pop Tart.
Now, I just tried some of the oat, and it's kind of soggy because of the icing. The icing that's stuck to it, kind of, so that like little Cheerio piece on
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Huh. You know, let me find, well, I'll recognize the others. This is the zebra cake.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God, it's so heavy, I'm having trouble lifting it. It actually has
Look at
that
this.
zebra cake look. I'm going to take a nice picture of this one so that it does. It has that zebra cake look that Little Debbie has. See the stripes inside?
And it's
a
got a
donut.
lot of sprinkles.
That donut was really heavy.
Can I try?
Sure.
Let's see.
You try and
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is not, I don't know how anyone would sit down and
eat that donut.
just have that donut, because that's a lot of donut.
Yeah. Cuts fairly easily.
Yeah, it did feel soft.
Mm-hmm.
I want a piece with the extra
white-
stuff on
Okay.
top.
I'll give you a piece with the frosting.
Sure.
There you go.
Put it on there. And I'll bring it close so you can get a nice close up.
Looks like a piece of cake.
It does, it looks like a piece of cake. They put a thick layer of what look like chocolate little
Jimmy's.
sprinkles on there, yeah.
But it's not, it's actually, the icing on it is not that thick, because if you look at the cross section, it's mostly donut.
Well, if you get a bite with a flour, it's extra sweet.
No, I'm glad I did that, because I'm not a fan of frosting.
And the Jimmy's are chocolate. Yep.
The donut tastes the same as one we had before.
This should be called like wedding cake. So, but man, there's a lot. Like, I just took a bite into a layer of the Jimmy's and I didn't get to the bottom.
Oh my goodness.
There was still more Jimmy's. I think this one might be better to me than the one that had the sprinkles.
Really?
Yep. Only because I like sweet so much. And it had a nice soft, the donut itself was nice and soft. So far, I think if I had sat and ate the whole thing, I'd be on a sugar overdose.
I think I'm going to head to the sugar overdose anyway.
So.
It's funny, for someone that's, chubby like I am not a sweets person.
No.
Don't really like it. I like doing these tests, but I'm not really a big one into. Uh-oh. Let's see which other one. Oh, powdered jelly stick. That one I can find.
There you go.
I'm going to take a closer.
That just looks like a jumbo-sized jelly stick.
Yeah, it does. And I'm not a fan of jelly sticks, but you like them.
I like them.
I know, you like jelly-filled things.
I'm curious about what type of donut they use. Like, okay. Now, sometimes jelly only goes part way.
Yeah, so
we're going to have to find out if the jelly goes all the way.
I'm not a fan of powdered sugar.
It goes
to
pretty
the
far.
end.
Now, you're going to test it? I know you're not a big fan, but in all fairness, you should test it. Now, look at the jelly there.
No, that's more for you, yeah.
That's so the jelly is right there in the middle.
There's a lot
Lots of it. That's going to be just a terrific jelly-filled bite. There's no way around it. There's so much.
I'm just going to take a little bite.
Is it raspberry?
Can't tell. I didn't bite into the jelly.
The jelly is tart.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't like the powdered sugar.
There's a lot of powdered.
Not as much as a beignet in New Orleans, but still a lot.
I was expecting it to be sweeter.
Yeah, it's not sweet. It's actually not that good.
I think I'm still thinking it's raspberry.
Okay.
And I think if it was strawberry, it probably would be sweeter.
Yep.
With strawberry jelly?
Let's put some of this back in and take out another one.
Yeah, you might be needing a fresh plate over here.
I think so. This one is called Dunkaroos, whatever that is.
Huh.
Is that a cereal?
Yeah.
It was a cereal?
Yeah. Once upon a time. Dunkaroos, oh my goodness.
Let me take a closer look of that one.
I mean, they dunked it and dunked it and dunked it again. It looks like it's got brown sugar on it. Little tiny... Now, I don't know what those little crunchies are called when they're round like that. I don't know.
I don't know. They're just called sprinkles to me.
They're like sprinkles, but they're little round ones.
Instead of the Jimmy longer ones that you usually see on
Yeah.
ice cream.
So,
All right. I just want to try.
give it a whirl.
This looks a lot more cakey.
Yeah, I think you might actually enjoy this one more because it's more cakey and less...
Whoops, I think I cut it wrong. There you go.
Oh.
Dunkaroos. That top is pretty saucy. This is what it looks like. What do you think?
It's that not sweet donut. Start type again. The donut itself is not sweet.
No?
All the sweetness is definitely from what's on it. So
Is it good sweetness or overload sweetness?
I'm trying a little more.
I like the donut part.
It's a good texture.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even that sweet.
No.
Like the topping. I thought it was going to be sweeter than it is. I think that's a light brown sugar that they added with it. So it
Is
looks
it?
like they basically used a powdered sugar icing, some little sprinkles, and some light brown sugar on top of this one.
Okay.
So it's okay. It's
All
okay.
right. I'm gonna take it. And the next one.
As
So
we- yeah.
this one is called the Cookie Monster.
Is it? That's Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Because he's blue.
Looks a little intimidating.
And there's cookies, and it's blue.
Yep. So
Okay.
let me go in between one of these little blue things.
Cookies. Those are cookies.
Cookies. And I'll cut you a chunk.
Come on there.
And I'll cut myself a chunk.
Let's see if I can.
There's
Show
something
you
about the
nice
blue icing that's a little odd,
close.
but I think the Cookie Monster's either blue or green, right?
He's blue.
He's blue. Okay. That's why they call this one the Cookie
And
Monster.
there's cookies. It's that soft donut again.
Mm-hmm.
And the cookie's not like cookie dough.
No, it's like a real cookie.
It's like a cooked cookie.
Okay.
Yep. That's just like crumbled on top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's really sweet though.
The icing on top is sweet with the cookie dough.
Mm-hmm.
But the donut itself is not a sweet style donut.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's nice and soft, got a good texture. This is one of the better ones.
It's
This
good.
one actually isn't bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
I don't feel like I got overly sweetened on it.
Like punched in the face sweet.
Yeah, that's,
All right,
that's happened.
this one is the Heath Bar flourless cheesecake donut. Let's get a closer look at that donut too.
Interesting that it's so dark.
It's this is going to be pretty dense if it's flourless, right?
Yep.
And it has a cheesecake layer, and then you can see small
and
little
little
crushed Heath
crumbled
bars.
Heath bar, yeah.
Oh, it cuts so much different when it's not floured.
Oh yeah. This is the dense.
Just to show people the density of this donut.
Yeah, this one really is.
These donuts are like the size of mini cakes. You like this one?
This one is very cakey.
Oh, it is, even though there's no flour. Okay. Oh, it has the best frosting, I think, out of all of them.
I like the Heath bar on top. This is probably the best donut so far.
That one's good.
Huh?
That one's really good.
Yeah. I like the texture of the donut. I like the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I like the topping.
I like the inside of the donut.
This is a good donut. This is a nice one.
This is a really good one. Okay.
Needs milk though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, I don't think I could do that one. Okay, next up we are going to do one that's called
Oh.
the Brown Sugar Pop-Tart. And let's get a closer look at the brown sugar.
They really brown sugar it up.
Oh, no,
They roll it through it like sideways.
amazing.
And they swirl that topping on there. They go to town.
Oh, you do the honors.
I can cut it.
I think so. I'm trying to see which ones we have left. We have 3. No, 2 after this one.
It is hard to cut.
They're very hard to cut. Let me get rid of this blue stuff. These are a little messy too.
Let's see. Yeah, they're pretty tough to cut.
A very tiny little thing for me.
If I can. There you go, a tiny little thing.
All right, this is the brown sugar Pop-Tart. It's cinnamony too.
I like that topping.
The topping is good.
And it's that nice soft texture.
Okay, so unfortunately the footage of us tasting the last 2 donuts in the box got lost. So anyway, that footage is gone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a closer look at the last 2 donuts. And now if you look at this picture I took of the box, the last 2 donuts that we didn't get on film was in that first column, the one in the middle and the one down at the bottom left. The one in the middle was actually called Twinkie, and the one at the bottom left, the one covered in a brown sugar, was actually called stuffed French toast. So those 2, unfortunately, you don't see us tasting those, but what I will do now is I'll give you a very close-up look at what each of those 2 donuts look like, and then I'll come back and I'll give you our final thoughts, which also, unfortunately, got lost in cyberspace. So this one is called the stuffed French toast, and this one is called the Twinkie. But as it stands, regardless of the last 2 that we didn't get to try, these donuts are beautiful. They're a statement in and of themselves, and many of them tasted great. However, I do want to say that most of the appeal here, I think, is in the actual beauty of the donut. And while many of the donuts tasted fantastic, most of them just tasted okay. Certainly better than an elevated version of Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme or any of those other donut shops, but definitely more beautiful than tasty for the most part. And as always, we thank you for watching and for subscribing and for liking our videos, and stay tuned for more adventures on Dwayne and Nidia Food, Travel, and Fun. Thank you all.